Hello, what is up guys? It's Evil Duo Arm here today, back with another Blade and Soul video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the crafting system in the game, more specifically as a new player, or if you're even a more experienced player who hasn't touched the crafting system in the game. What is the crafting system? How do you get started in the crafting system? And what are the best sorts of things to be working towards in the crafting system? And real quick, before we begin, if you're new to the channel, new to Blade and Soul, or enjoying the content on the channel, please consider subscribing as it does mean a lot to me. Without further ado, let's get into it. So in order to get started with crafting in Blade and Soul, you're going to need to join a crafting guild. So to access the guild menu, you're going to press L on the keyboard, and if you're not a member of any guilds already, you're going to get a pop-up that says you need to be at least level 11 to join a guild. So after you get to level 11, you can join a guild. The very first place you're going to be able to join a guild is Jadestone Village. However, as the majority of people who will be watching this video are towards the end game region, and that's really when you can start thinking about crafting most readily, you're going to end up wanting to go to Zyway. So to get to Zyway on the map, you're going to hit M on the keyboard to open up the map. Zyway is located in the Silverfrost Mountains. It's the main region in the middle. And then on the left side, you're going to see an option for the Gossamer Inn. This is the fastest fast travel location to this place. So the Gossamer Inn, click on the square to zoom in, and you will see all of the different crafting guilds are available in this location. So if I zoom in my mini-map over here, you will see that I have all the different crafting guilds located in sort of a ring around the area. So each of the 6 guilds is responsible for crafting different types of items that help your character, and keep in mind you can only be a member of 2 guilds at any given time on one character. So what this means is that if you want to have a character in each of the different guilds, you're going to need at least 3 characters. Otherwise, with the 2 characters that you're given, you're going to only be able to be a part of 4 of these guilds, so you'll need to really focus on which ones you want to advance. So what we're going to do next is take a look at all 6 of the crafting guilds and give you like a high-level overview of what's available in them and what they do to help you pick which ones you want to progress and which ones you want to advance for your characters to help make your play experience better in Blade and Soul. I'll also throw in my own opinion into each of the different crafting guilds, whether I think they're worth it for a player to go ahead and invest their time in, but obviously my opinion is only my opinion, and I'm sure everyone in the comment section will harass me for it anyway. But anyway, we're going to start off with the Silver Cauldron. So if you've never joined a crafting guild before, in order to join the guild, you need to head on over to the guild itself. So if I head over to the guild location, which is right here on the map, and press F on the person, it's going to ask me, do I want to join the guild? Yes, I will join. Once again, you can only be a member of 2 guilds at any given time. Once you've joined the guild, it's going to bring up this menu. You can also access this menu at any time by pressing L on the keyboard. Whatever guilds you are in will pop up in the left side of this banner over here. So you don't actually need to go to the guild representative every time. Anyway, the Silver Cauldron is responsible for crafting various potions and buffs for your character. These potions provide additional damage, buffs, defensive capabilities, all sorts of different stat bonuses to your character that you can use to help clear harder content or different dungeons or whatever you want to fight with these potions on. A lot of them are locked out of PvP, some are available in different modes of PvP, but for the most part they're PvE focused. All in all, this is a guild that I would avoid if you didn't want to have all 6. Like if you're trying to pick one to cross off, I would cross off the Silver Cauldron. That's because a lot of these items you can buy off of the marketplace if you really absolutely need it. They're able for purchase off of the marketplace. Likewise, you're going to be getting a boatload of different buffs and potions for completing different events, so there's really no point to go through getting all of these different items. The next one on our tour is going to be the Soul Wardens, and the Soul Wardens is definitely a guild you're going to want to pick up for one of the characters on your account, at least one of them. This guild is responsible for Soul Shield augments and upgrades, and since the Soul Shield is your only defensive item as well as an additional offensive item, you're definitely going to want to be able to boost the raw stats of this, so definitely join the Soul Wardens. As far as actual items that you craft, they're called shield bases, which you use to provide bonus stats like crit, defense, accuracy, various stats to your character. Additionally, they can craft the engraving item. It is an exclusive item to the Soul Wardens or through Trove if you spend money, so free to play, it is the only way to obtain this item, which is further stat bonuses for the Soul Shield. Third on our list is the Earthseers, and here we're going to cover an interesting mechanic. You're only allowed to join 2 guilds at any given time, so any progression you make in your guilds when you want to switch to a new guild will be reset. So make sure you've gotten all the different things you're going to want from any different guild, including the outfits that you can craft when you become max tier with that guild, before switching guilds to another guild on the same character, or just join the guilds on a different character on your account. But anyway, to leave a guild, you can press L on the keyboard and click over to whichever one you want to leave. So we're going to leave the Silver Cauldron, and right here, right next to the experience bar, you see Leave Guild. That will leave us from the guild. Likewise, we're going to do the same with Soul Wardens just to open up some space for this video. So the Earthseers are responsible for charms. They craft revival charms that you can use on your party in dungeons, as well as EXP charms that you can use to power level your character. This is a solid flex pick, and I would probably put it on like my second character if I didn't really want to progress it super hard, since the EXP charms can be super nice when you do eventually get it to the max rank. Otherwise, the revival charms provide nice utility, but you do get them for completing different daily challenges as well as events. fourth on our list is the Acquired Taste, and the Acquired Taste is another guild similar to the Silver Cauldron that is responsible for buffs. So the buffs you craft with Acquired Taste are EXP buffs, so more experience for killing mobs, as well as dumplings that provide attack or defense bonuses to your character. All in all, these buffs, once again, are not super useful because you do get a lot of the buffs just from events. They'll give you different potions and different items that you can use during raids and dungeons to increase your overall stats, and since you can only have like one buff active at any time for most of the different buffs in the game, not really one of the stronger guilds. Next on the list, number 5, is going to be the Forge Keepers, and this is one of the absolute musts of the game. You can craft so many different upgrade materials with the Forge Keepers, plus some pretty cool weapon skins. Definitely one you're going to want to pick up. The key items with the Forge Keepers are going to be Transformation Stones and Empyrean Spirit Stones, which are used to upgrade just about everything weapon related in the game. The sixth and final, but definitely not least guild, is going to be the Radiant Ring. So the Radiant Ring is a big ol' scam guild for just about everything else inside of this. These gem pouches are not Hongmoon gems, so you cannot upgrade them further. They're just a one-off upgrade. Do not waste your money on them. Legendary gem hammers are cheaper to pretty much just buy off of the marketplace at this point. Waste of money. Same thing with these upgrade materials that are listed down here. Also pretty much a waste of money. The really big one, though, that you're going to become a member of this guild for in your early game and probably mid-game are these Hongmoon Brilliant Keys. The Hongmoon Brilliant Key guarantees your upgrade weapon from the box, so you'll be able to upgrade your character's weapon without having to reroll multiple times. So you'll be able to pick this guild up right at the start, build a whole bunch of these Hongmoon Brilliant Keys, use them to progress your character, then dump this guild for either the Forge Keepers or Soul Wardens, depending on which one you didn't pick the first time around. So we've gone over the different guilds that are available to you, and you've probably picked a few by now, so let's take a look at how you actually progress the guilds and start crafting things. So we're going to go ahead and press L on the keyboard to open up the crafting menu, and we're going to look at Forge Keepers as our example. So at the very top, you're going to see an option for materials, and then you're going to see some normal items, and then you'll see the trade items, and then the masterwork items that are listed further below. So the very first option, the materials here, are going to give you the base materials for crafting. There is no gathering in Blade and Soul. Gathering is conducted by the actual guilds themselves, and it's through this materials menu. So you can click on anything to order the different materials, so let's just order some overall metal refining from this. What's going to happen is when we place the order, we get to pick the amount of time we want to wait, and then it will pop up in our order available option. You can only have 3 things going across all of your different guilds that you're a part of, or both of your guilds that you're a part of. So you'll need to plan strategically what you want to do, when you want to do it with your different characters and guilds that you're trying to progress. After you've gotten together some materials, you're going to have the option to start crafting other things. An example is going to be the Forge Keeper's Guild Key. This is going to be another one that you frequent. So this requires a normal item, and there's also a guild key for all the things, not just the Forge Keepers. Example, if I look at Radiant Ring, there's the Radiant Ring guild key. So when you're a part of the guild, you're going to craft these guild keys. The guild keys open up the material chest that you get for completing dungeons. So you probably have noticed at the end of any dungeon that you run in F8, a material chest drops. Most people skip over it, but it contains additional materials similar to these ones right here, the ones that you can gather with this little materials gathering system up at the top. It contains those as well as rare elements. Rare elements are used to craft higher tiered items in the trade tier, as well as in the masterwork tier. You're going to need rare elements to craft these higher geared items or higher tiered items. So every single item that you craft, gathering does not count, gathering materials does not count, will give you experience towards your experience bar here. As you increase the experience bar, further items will unlock, allowing you to craft more expensive or more valuable items, which will give you more experience, allowing you to progress even faster. And all in all, that is basically it for progressing in the guilds. After you reach the max tier of guilds, you'll be able to craft the masterwork items that are located at the bottom, and the masterwork items traditionally are pretty solid upgrade items for your character, or pretty cool uniforms. But anyway guys, that is a basic overview of the crafting system in Blade & Soul. I do hope you found this video useful. If you did like the video, once again, please leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel as it does mean a lot to me, and I will see you at the next stream, video, or wherever I happen to see you. Peace.